up? I'm getting super excited. We're about to build our Arrma Infraction again. We got the full treatment from EMP, all these parts from EM Performance, a bunch of new parts that I never tried before, like this battery tray, side skirts. We got diff lockers I've always wanted to try out. We got the Arrma Center titanium spool. We got it all, and it's all going into the Arrma Infraction. Alright, so we got the Infraction chassis down to basically a bare chassis. This was my saw blade limitless, so now that the V2 is out, we went ahead and transferred the saw blades onto a V2. Now we can fit a lot bigger motor and hopefully break 100 miles per hour this year. So the main goal for this build is to try out RC drag racing. Maybe actually go out and compete against people. I've never done it before. But we could slap on our GPS as a drag function and we could see what our times are. The car is mostly in pieces right here, but as we go into each individual part, we will go over each part and what it's made of and its function. We'll slowly start putting the car back together. And then as far as the power system goes, we got a Castle XLX. I've never used one of these before. And then of course a Castle 2028 1100 kV motor. We'll probably have to gear it up really high for drag racing. So when you buy from EM Performance, you could always expect very high quality parts. Everything on this table is basically made out of T6 high grade aircraft aluminum. The only parts that aren't made out of aircraft aluminum is this center spool. This is actually made out of titanium. Then of course we got the diff lockers. These are made out of high quality steel. And then also the drive cups that go on the diff lockers and the center spool are also made out of high quality steel. Otherwise everything else is T6 high grade aircraft aluminum. First we got the EMP 0 degree rear hinge brace. And this is the first part I have ever tried from EM Performance, and ever since then I love this company. So this replaces the stock rear hinge brace where you got a little bit of toe in. This makes your back wheels perfectly straight. It's very important on my saw blade build because it makes all my saw blades perfectly straight. And it's a very cheap part. It's only $30 for this thing and it'll last forever. Next we got the complete motor mount. This is the version 2, and this is also the third motor mount I bought from EMP Performance. I don't think I'll ever run another motor mount. As you can see, it holds big and small can motors. It has 4 set screws on top, so you don't even have to use Loctite if you don't want to. Then of course you got all the other parts, the top piece, the other side for it, but if you don't want to spend a bunch of money, you could actually just buy the motor mount and use it with all the other stock components. Next we got the EMP diff lockers, and this is what I'm mostly excited for. I've been wanting to try these out for a very long time. As you guys know, I run diff lockers in my speedrun cars and all that. So these are made out of high quality steel. This is how it comes, and then you get your 2 drive cups that come with it, but this is basically how it looks all installed. These diff lockers work for the GP5 diffs as well that come in the Arrma Infraction V2 or the Limitless V2. Next we have the EMP center spool. The center part is made out of titanium. It's of course for 8mm bore gears like any other center spool. It comes with the steel outdrive cups, and then of course they include 2 bearings to go with it. Next we have the EMP battery tray. This thing is very lightweight, very custom. It only weighs like 4 ounces. There's so many options with this battery tray, guys. You could hold a XLX2, XLX. You can basically mount any ESC. You could put any configuration of batteries on here. And then of course we got the EMP side skirts. These are very lightweight, very strong feeling. And as you can see, there's a special bend in them, so they perfectly form to a GT body and they really hug the body. Alright, we're gonna get started on this build. We're starting out with the diff lockers first. You wanna make sure you clean all the screws with alcohol so there's no oil on it before you glue it. We're using Thread Locker 271, the straight mustard sauce. Then of course we gotta clean up the stock gears to be able to put on the diff lockers. And then while we're putting in the rear diff locker, we could put on the 0 degree rear hinge brace. So let's get to this. the diff locker is super easy. You just gotta pop it in there. I pulled off my shock tower since the drive cups are so big. It makes it a little bit easier. You can put it on with the shock tower, but so you can easily see. As you can see, no shims are needed. There's no play in there. And there's a very good mesh for the diffs, so it's perfect, ready to go. Alright, here's my favorite EMP part, the 0 degree rear hinge brace. It's pretty easy to install. It literally just replaces the stock part and just makes your wheels perfectly straight in the back. I'm sure it helps a lot for drag racing. The straighter you can keep the car, the better.
You are what I'm looking for. I know what I'm looking for.
Okay, we got most of the car back together. Of course, the rear hinge brace is on. Both diff lockers are in. And it's super smooth. Guys, I'm getting excited for drag racing. I tell you what, EMP, they definitely bring the mustard sauce so your car could go straight ham down the drag strip. Now, guys, I've never done drag racing, so please, if there is any information on gearing, stuff I could do to the car to make it go straight down the road, please let me know, because I am very new to this drag racing, so any information, any tips you could give me is very much appreciated. So that being said, we're about to choose our gears, 42 spur, 40 pinion. Since we got our gears chosen, we'll go ahead and put our spool together. And once we got the spool together, then we can mount the motor to the motor mount and get all that together. So let's get to it. We don't even have to use spacers. We just put the gear right in the middle, the bearings sit where they want to sit, and everything's good to go. I don't think there's any need for spacers, so I'm a big fan of the spool already. Alright, next up we're ready to mount the ESC. So we got the EMP, ESC, and battery tray mount. And guys, this thing is rigid. I guarantee it's a lot more rigid than the stock chassis. and it almost weighs nothing. Let's see how much it weighs. Just over 4 ounces, and that's super light, guys. So first we have to get the ESC ready. We're running a Castle Original XLX. I've never run one of these. I bought this secondhand for $100, so I'm excited to use it. I was told definitely run an external cap pack on it. So we got a ripple killer right here with some 8mm bullet connectors we soldered on. So we're about to add these real quick to protect this, and then we can mount it to the new tray, figure out what batteries we want. Alright, we got drag started for 132 feet. Let's just see how far that is. See if we even make 132 feet here. Oh, carb. Read. What? I wasn't even trying and I did it in under 4 seconds. I was going for 10 seconds.
I said a 10-second car, not a 10-minute car.
You could push this across the finish line or tow it.
Oh, something happened. That wheel's not spinning. Why? Ooh, definitely take it off a lot better, that's for sure. Oh, man, we need more room than that. Read. Oh, we broke 3 seconds. Nice. Oh, that was better. These bumps though, man. Read. 2.85, new record. That has to be a PB. last pass. 2.73, 57 mile per hour. I think that's a record. All right, guys, we're back in the shop. And I tell you what, this Infraction build is a lot of fun. And I didn't think I would enjoy drag racing that much, but I was really enjoying it. Even though I'm super slow at it, I'm still learning. Hopefully we can get faster. I know like 2 seconds and lower is like really good times, and we're nowhere near that. We're at like 2 3/4 seconds, so hopefully we could take that down. So far I really like all these parts. Everything runs really smoothly. Everything stays together really nicely. Just a few things to go over real quick. The battery tray comes with these lateral side posts. So you drill a hole in the side skirt and it holds your body perfectly where you want it on the edge of the side skirt. As you can see on this side, I just got a counterweight because I needed more weight on this side to keep it perfectly balanced, and that's holding my body perfectly on the outside of the side skirt. And then as you guys saw in the first test run, one of my drive cups came loose. I think I know why. EMP sends you pointed grub screws. I'm not a fan of the pointed grub screws, especially when you're going to a flat part of the shaft. So I just take a Dremel, grind that down flat real quick so it holds better. Also, you want to go heavy on the Loctite. I guess you want to use so much Loctite that you actually Loctite the screw to the actual shaft, and that'll keep it from coming undone. Link down in the description where you can find all these parts on EMP's website. And what's great about this build is we could use it for speed running, we could use it for bashing, we could use it for literally whatever we want, which we'll definitely be using it for speed running, bashing, whatever else. Also, I really enjoy taking pictures of RCs, making memes, just RC related pictures. I'm new to Instagram, so if you guys can make your way over to my Instagram, it's Zag the Pirate. Just like my TikTok. If you're on my TikTok, you already know I'm TikTok famous. So if you're a new watcher, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Everybody click that bell because you do not want to miss any of these epic videos coming up. Thanks for watching.